Ever wondered how a single secret could change the entire course of history? Imagine a small, hidden team of brilliant minds working day and night against an invisible enemy, with the fate of millions resting squarely on their shoulders. This isn't a Hollywood movie. This is the true story of the codebreakers who defied impossible odds. During the darkest days of World War II, a quiet genius named Alan Turing and his team at Bletchley Park embarked on a mission that seemed destined to fail. They were tasked with breaking the German Enigma code, a cipher so complex it was considered unbreakable. But what they achieved not only helped shorten the war, but also unknowingly sparked the digital revolution that defines our world today. Stick around as we unravel the story of the secret war won by minds, not might. So, what exactly was this unbreakable enigma? Picture a sophisticated typewriter, but with a devious twist. Every time a key was pressed, a series of rotating wheels and electrical circuits would scramble the letter into something completely different. The number of possible combinations was staggering. We're talking 159 quintillion possibilities. That's 159 followed by 18 zeros. For the Allies, intercepting German messages was easy, but understanding them was like trying to read a language from another universe. The Germans changed the settings daily, so even if the code was cracked one day, the next morning, it was a brand new puzzle. The sheer mathematical complexity was a wall that seemed insurmountable, a constant source of frustration and dead ends for allied intelligence. It was a race against time, and every day the code remained unbroken. More ships were sunk, more cities were bombed, and more lives were lost. The pressure was immense. Enter Alan Turing, a man whose mind worked differently from anyone else's. He wasn't just a mathematician. He was a visionary who saw patterns where others saw chaos. Turing realized that fighting Enigma with human brain power alone was a losing battle. You couldn't outthink the machine. You had to build a better machine to beat it. His idea led to the creation of the bomb, an electromechanical marvel that was essentially an early form of a computer. This colossal device, filled with whirring gears and clicking relays, was designed to do one thing: rapidly test thousands of possible Enigma settings. It worked by exploiting a crucial human error. Operators often used predictable phrases in their messages. Turing's bomb would hunt for these patterns, eliminating impossible combinations at a speed no human team could ever match. Suddenly, the unbreakable wall of the Enigma code began to show cracks. It was a triumph of logic and engineering, a machine built to defeat a machine. The impact of cracking Enigma was nothing short of monumental, yet it remained one of the best-kept secrets of the war. Historians estimate that the intelligence gathered from these decoded messages, known as Ultra, shortened the war by at least 2 years. Think about that: to fewer years of global conflict, potentially saving millions of lives. This intelligence gave the Allies an unprecedented advantage, allowing them to anticipate U-boat attacks in the Atlantic, prepare for enemy movements, and make strategic decisions that turned the tide of the war. But the story doesn't end there. Turing's work on the bomb and his theoretical concepts, like the Turing machine, laid the fundamental groundwork for modern computing. Every smartphone in our pockets, every laptop on our desks, carries a piece of his legacy. He didn't just help win a war, he envisioned the digital age we now live in. His contribution was a quiet victory, a silent revolution that shaped the 20th century and beyond, proving that sometimes the most powerful weapon is a brilliant idea. But the story of Alan Turing is also a profound and tragic one. Despite his monumental contributions to the war effort and the dawn of the computer age, his life was not celebrated as it should have been. After the war, Turing's focus shifted entirely to the new field he had helped create: computer science and artificial intelligence. He worked on designing some of the world's first store-programmed computers, and even wrote a pioneering paper on artificial intelligence, proposing what we now know as the Turing test to determine if a machine can exhibit intelligent behavior equivalent to, or indistinguishable from, that of a human. He was decades ahead of his time. grappling with questions about machine consciousness that we are still exploring today. However, the society he helped save was not ready to accept him for who he was. In 1952, Turing was prosecuted for his homosexuality, which was a criminal offense in the UK at the time. He was given a horrific choice: prison or chemical castration. He chose the latter, a treatment that had devastating physical and psychological effects. His security clearance was revoked, and he was barred from continuing his crucial work with British intelligence. The man who had held the nation's biggest secrets was now deemed a security risk. Just 2 years later, in 1954, Alan Turing died at the age of 41. His death was ruled a suicide. It was a tragic end for a man who had given so much to the world. For decades, his true role in the war remained classified, and his name was largely forgotten by the public. It wasn't until the 1970s, when information about Bletchley Park was declassified, that the full extent of Turing's genius and the codebreaker's achievements began to emerge. Slowly but surely, the world started to recognize the incredible debt it owed him. He was no longer just a mathematician. He was a war hero and the father of modern computing. In 2009, the British Prime Minister issued a formal public apology for the appalling way he was treated. This was followed by a posthumous royal pardon in 2013. Today, Alan Turing is celebrated as one of the most influential figures of the 20th century. His face is on the UK's £50 note, a fitting tribute to a man whose mind changed our world. His story is a powerful reminder of the importance of celebrating brilliance in all its forms and the devastating cost of prejudice. It forces us to ask how many other geniuses have been silenced or lost simply because they didn't fit the mold of their time. The legacy of Bletchley Park and its codebreakers serves as an enduring testament to the power of collaboration and innovation. It wasn't just Turing. It was a diverse team of thousands of linguists, mathematicians, engineers, and even crossword puzzle champions all working together toward a common goal. Their success demonstrates that when people from different backgrounds unite their unique skills, they can solve problems that seem utterly impossible. This spirit of collaborative problem solving is more relevant today than ever before. As we face complex global challenges like climate change, pandemics, and the ethical implications of artificial intelligence, a field Turing himself helped to create. The story of Enigma reminds us that breakthroughs often happen at the intersection of different disciplines and that our greatest strength lies in our ability to work together. Can you imagine what our world would look like today without computers, the internet, or smartphones? Without Alan Turing and his team, that might have been our reality. Their secret work didn't just win battles. It built the foundations of the future we are all living in right now. If you enjoyed this deep dive into one of history's most important hidden stories, please consider hitting the like button and subscribing to the channel. We have so many more incredible tales of the unsung heroes and forgotten events that have shaped our world. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.